Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Free Create Fridays. I am Daniela Langford, your creative transformational catalyst, here to guide you on your transformational journey through creativity to find yourself again. That is what we are always here to do, to inspire you to find your own self. This week we are in a new location, as you can see. Just trying it out for this week, maybe next week, as spring is finally springing for most of us. If it hasn't sprung for you yet, my heart goes out to you because I understand we have had some insane weather over the past 6 months all over the world, and it has been absolutely crazy. So these will be the perfect projects, hopefully, to get you into the spring mood and get you going again. So here we are. I just got to show you this beautiful location. Look at that. Look at that. Got a beautiful pond. There's actually 2 mated white geese that call this pond their home, and maybe you will see or hear them at some point during the video. Just gonna put you back down. There we go. So this week we are going to be working on fabulous seed bombs. If you've never seen these or heard of these, they are little almost paper mache bomb packets, almost like a bath bomb, that you put seeds of wildflowers or anything like that that grows in any kind of harsh environment, and you can throw them out into the land, into your own backyard, or into an empty lot that you pass by on a walk and it's just ugly and you can't stand to look at it anymore. It's a very easy way to add some color and flair back into a very empty space. So that's what we're going to be working on this week. I can't wait to dive in. It's going to be super easy, super cheap actually. Can't believe how cheap this is to make, and you're going to love it. So let's dive in. As always, we're going to start with a little stretchy poo, and then we'll get right into it. For our stretch, we're just going to do something very basic today. And if you hadn't taken the chance to stretch with me yet on any of these creative videos, I encourage you to take the chance to do so right now. No time like the present to start a brand new, fantastic, healthy way to get your body moving. We always like to start with a little bit of stretching one way or the other, whether it's the hands or the arms or your body, the whole thing, just to get that energy flowing and that chi coming up, those creative juices flowing. And I always find that it is a great excuse to get a little bit of stretching into your life, especially for those of us who sit a lot in our daily lives for our jobs. So, just gonna start with a nice forward bend here, all the way down to the floor. Feel that stretch there. Just try and touch the floor if you can, keeping those back legs as straight as you can. I'm gonna roll it up. Whoop, get the hair out the way. I don't know if you can hear that, but the geese are coming. All right, we're just gonna do a nice little twist here at the waist, just to get that full rotation of movement as far as you can go to the side without actually turning your whole body. You don't want to turn your body, just want to work on the waist here. You'll be able to start to feel this in your back actually as well. Just some very nice, simple, easygoing movements. I always like to do these stretches in motion, called kinetic stretching. Very good for the body, very low impact. All right, we'll be good there. Nice stretch up. Because we went forward, we want to go back a little bit. So arms all the way up to the sky and just a little bend back here. Oh. Very nice. Very simple. We can even rotate our wrists a little bit here. Backwards and forwards. When you do this, you want to try and keep your elbows steady and not be rotating the elbows, but in fact, just rotating the wrists. Stretching those out and using our hands a lot. Stretch those fingers out nice and wide. And that is it. That is as simple as it can be to get a nice little stretch in your day just to get you going again. So let's get all of our stuff together. I'm going to show you all the materials that you will need for this project and we will get going. It's going to be so much fun. Okay, for our supplies, very, very simple this week. So simple. Couldn't believe how easy this was. You're going to need a bowl with a little bit of water in it. And you can see. You're also going to need some scratch paper. I just went to the local dollar store and just found this pad of scratch paper here. Just all kinds of different colors. It doesn't have to be something very cheap. Also, you're going to need a wildflower blend. Now, I suggest wildflowers because generally wildflowers grow in very inhospitable environments. So regardless of whether you're throwing it on an empty lot or in your own backyard, these are way more likely to grow than anything that is a little bit more particular. I also got this at the local dollar store, very cheap as you can see, and there is quite a bit of seed in here. You're also going to need a silicone baking sheet, baking tray for brownies or cookies or whatever you would like to use this for. This one's in the shape of pyramids because I love pyramids. This one I had sitting around at the house. This is what we're going to be making our bombs in. And you will also need a little bit of a food processor of some kind, even if you only have the emulsifying kind. We have the stock, yin, yin, yin. That will work perfectly fine as well. This is all you're going to need to complete this project. This and a little bit of time, and you will have some cute seed bombs that you can throw out. Very easy to make with the kids as well. They love them, throwing them out into the yard. All kinds of fun. So let's get started. All right, first, what you're gonna wanna do is get your bowl of water out here and your paper. Now, when you're choosing your paper, simple thing to keep in mind, you can use old magazines, you can use old newspapers, anything that you have laying around the house, old bits of, let's say trash mail, junk mail, anything like that. But you do wanna keep in mind that the thicker the paper and the more that it has a waxy or shiny finish on it, the longer it will take to decompose out in the wilderness, and then the longer it will take, of course, for your seeds to enter the ground. So just a nice light paper will do. And what you're gonna do is take some sheets here. And you're gonna rip them up. If you can. And you're just gonna simply put them in the water so that they can soak. And this is gonna soak for about 15 minutes. Just wanna put all your paper in here. And turn it into a paper mache. So go ahead and let all your paper sit here for about 15 minutes. Half an hour will be fine as well. Just let it sit here, get all nice and wet. Let that sit and we will be right back. Okie doke, we are back. And as you can see here, the paper is wanting to stick together, which is good. You can actually feel the texture change as the paper starts to break down. See, as you can see, you can just break it down very easily. So now once it gets in this state, you're gonna grab all your paper, or at least a good part of it. Depending on the size of your food processor, you don't want to kill your food processor. And just start putting it in there. A little bit of water. Put the lid down. See it in there. And start grinding. Aha! You might have to open it up and scrape it around a little just to make sure everything gets chopped up. This is actually a really good idea with this colorful paper. Kids would be super into this. right. Now that you have your macerated paper, we're going to get our silicone mold here. And you shouldn't need to grease it any kind of way because this is just paper and water. Once everything dries out and solidifies, you should be able to just pop them out very easily. Take some of our paper here and put it down into the mold. Actually, before I get that started, almost skipped a step on you, Phoenixes, almost skipped a step. You may want to get a colander or some sort of sieve for this. I'm just going to use my hands. And you want to squeeze out a good majority of the water. This will help it dry faster and congeal. So as you can see, that is just hard as a rock. And that is what we want. Okay. Put that in there. It's almost like mixing meat. Okay, so you're going to get your paper and put it into your mold here. Smash it down, just like that. I'm going to do about half the mold. And you may want to also do some up the sides, because we are going to make a little hole here for our seeds to go in. Just like that. You want to try and stick everything together as much as you can. This table's a little wobbly on me today. As you can see there, we've got like a nice little pocket. Our seeds. I'm just going to sprinkle in. Sprinkle in our seeds. Some more paper and close it up. Mash it together as well as you can, because you want that paper to stick together. Now, and this is very much like working with dough, where you want to stick all those pieces together so that your crust doesn't fall apart later. Okay? And that is as simple as it is. We're going to wait for this to dry. We might make a couple more with this little bit of paper that we have here, but that is all there is to it. So when this dries, I'll show you how easy it is to pop it out. See, it already looks like it wants to pop out now. Ooh, look at that. So it's not dry. I'm going to put it back in, but this is your seed bomb. Ta-da! Once this is all dry, you can go ahead and throw this out anywhere. The paper will melt away as it gets hit with rain or sprinklers, or animals come and forage through it, and it will release the seeds into the ground. Boom! Instant burst of color. Okay, here we are. We're back. We are back in my backyard. It has been about 24 hours and I have let our seed bombs air dry. That's about how long it takes. It might take a little less time depending on how much water you leave in there. So here we are. We've got our 2 little seed bombs there, and we're gonna throw them out. I don't know if you can see, but it's looking pretty cloudy up there, and that is the perfect time to actually throw your seed bombs out. If you can, is right before it rains, because then that will disseminate all the paper, give the seeds a nice good soaking, and really get them to start germinating ASAP. So you get to see some of those beautiful wildflowers that you put in there. So let's take them out of the molds and throw them out. Very simple. They should just pop right out. Da, 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 da. And look how cute, little pyramid, multicolored. You could actually just sit this down right in the ground just like it is, since it actually is almost kind of decorative, and let it dissolve just like that. Ta-da, number 2. Let's go find a place to put these. place to put them. See, we got all this space back here with nothing, just lots of nothing, except for, you know, the beautiful trees. But I think if we come over here to this lonely beauty right here, I don't know if you can actually see because there's a lot of green on green, but we're gonna put them down right here. Ta-da and ta-da. And when I come back after a few days, there we are. When I come back after a few days, these will be totally melted. The seeds will be getting into the ground, and hopefully within the next week, we will start to see little sprouts, little indications that our seed bombs have worked and that it's gonna be beautiful. So there they are again, just hanging out on the ground. How cool is that? How easy was that? Paper, seeds, and a mold. Couldn't believe it. Super cheap, super easy, fun for the kids, fun for the kid in you, as always. So thank you so much for hanging out with me. I had a fabulous time making the seed bombs and getting spring going with you. Oh my goodness, about dang time, isn't it? So I will see you again next time, Phoenixes. I cannot wait to see pictures of your wildflower patches and your seed bombs. Gotta have that interaction. Love to see pictures, love to see videos of what you guys are doing and working on. It's so inspiring to see that you are inspired. So thank you so much for hanging out. I will see you soon in the group. This is Daniela of Redesign Your Life, and mwah.